Good day. Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Monday, September 6, 2021. Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo said the congressional inquiry into the COVID-19 funding can be conducted without hampering the government's pandemic response efforts. In an interview on Saturday, Go urged the government to pull together to overcome the public health emergency caused by the pandemic. He said he was willing to act as a bridge between the executive and legislative branches in finding ways to strengthen the pandemic response. The Senate has been investigating allegations the Department of Health misused the 67 billion peso pandemic fund. In a related development, Senate Minority Leader Franklin Drilon said he will look into the records of Pharmaly. Drilon cited the glaring red flags in the financial statements of the pharmaceutical company. He said the firm bagged over 10 billion peso deals from the procurement service of the Department of Budget and Management when it was headed by former Budget Undersecretary Lloyd Christopher Lau. The concept of granular lockdowns that was supposed to take effect on Wednesday is still up for approval by President Rodrigo Duterte. Palo spokesman Harry Roque Jr. made the clarification on Sunday after Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez announced granular lockdowns will be imposed in Metro Manila. Lopez said the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases approved the same quarantine restriction for other areas, which may be implemented in the next phase after September. Under a granular lockdown, specific streets, villages, and even establishments with rising cases of COVID-19 will be subject to restrictions. The president usually approves the IATF's recommendations, but he could also overrule them, like what he did in January when he reversed the task force's decision to allow minors in shopping malls. The chief of the Philippine National Police has urged the public to stop highlighting the negative side of the force. In the past months, the PNP has come under heavy criticism for supposedly tolerating abusive police officers. Guesting at a roundtable with the Manila Times, General Guillermo Elizar, the PNP chief, acknowledged there will always be bad eggs in any organization, and the police is no exception. The National Telecommunications Commission should audit the performance of all telecommunication companies to assess the quality of internet service in the country, former Senator Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos said on Sunday. He made the call amid the disparity between the country's reported gains in internet speed and the real-world experience of teachers and students using the internet for their online classes. The Department of Information and Communications Technology said in July, the average download speeds for fixed broadband reached 71.17 megabits per second versus 66.55 megabits per second in June. Vice President Maria Leonor Leni Robredo questioned the reduction in the Department of Health's proposed budget for COVID-19 response. During the 2022 budget deliberations of the House of Representatives last week, Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said the DOH proposed to the Department of Budget and Management a budget of 73.99 billion pesos for COVID-19 response. In the budget proposal, the special risk allowance for healthcare workers was cut to 19.6 billion pesos. The DOH budget did not include a budget for the SRA. Robredo said in her weekly radio program on Sunday it was surprising the budget for programs that were key to fighting the COVID-19 pandemic had been slashed. During the budget hearings, the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine Director Celia Carlos said 170 million pesos was deleted from the line item of National Reference Laboratories. Robredo said she does not recall a bigger cut in the RITM's appropriation. In business, inflation likely accelerated in August on the back of higher food and energy prices, analysts polled by the Manila Times said. Projections for the month ranged from 4.3 to 4.4%, with a 4.35% average higher than the 4% recorded in July and the 2.4% recorded in August of last year. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has forecast 4.1 to 4.9% inflation for the month of August. Official data will be released on Tuesday by the Philippine Statistics Authority. HSBC Global Research and a Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation analyst both forecast August inflation of 4.4%. In sports, for the second straight day, the Philippine Basketball Association has postponed a scheduled game as COVID-19 has continuously disrupted teams' preparations and put uncertainties in their participation in the ongoing Philippine Cup. The PBA Commissioner's Office announced hours before the scheduled triple-header on Sunday that the game between the Meralco Bolts and the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, originally set at 4:35 p.m., has been postponed in compliance with the league's health and safety protocols. The game was rescheduled at a later date following the league's guidelines. On Saturday, the game between Alaska and San Miguel Beer was likewise reset. Rigoberto Tiglao and Father Ranillo Aquino are today's columnists for the front page. Tiglao says the United States spent an astounding 6.4 trillion pesos in post-9/11 wars, while Father Aquino discusses the breadth of academic freedom. Today's editorial believes the country should enhance its defense cooperation with the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Read a full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. On behalf of the Manila Times, this is Arik John Sequo reporting. Have a safe week ahead.